So, if you've ever seen any of my videos before, then chances are, you're probably me. Because I'm the only person who watches my fucking videos! So, if you've ever seen any of my videos before, then chances are, you might have the wrong impression of me. You see, I'm not actually as crude, violent, or offensive as I may appear in my videos. This cartoon I've created of myself may look and sound like me, but it heavily caricaturizes certain aspects of my personality. Age is just one aspect of my life and thoughts. You see, for some reason that is unknown to me, I seem to only be able to derive joy and happiness from very obscene or dark jokes. This side of my personality is one I tend to repress in my day-to-day life because I've learned that most people don't find bestiality to be inherently one of the funniest things ever. Like, seriously, this lady brags about having sex with dogs. I don't care who you are, that's hilarious. So, after years of repressing this urge to make jokes about awful things, this darker side of my personality seems to have manifested itself into the All Ages channel, where I joke about any and everything that comes to my mind, regardless of how unmonetizable it is. So I thought for this video, it might be interesting to behave like the IRL version of myself, instead of acting like this age character I've created. To better illustrate the differences between how I normally act in public and how I act on the internet, I'm going to completely break character and do a reaction video to one of my videos that I for some reason never published. And just to help you remember that me and Age are not the same person in this video, I am wearing this red sweater while Age in this video is in his normal green sweater. So the video I chose to react to is called How to Make Money for All Ages. I made this video a long time ago and never uploaded it, so I don't really remember anything about it, but whatever, it should be fine. Ready, set, and play. In a capitalist economy, money is the very lifeline that can determine whether or not you live. And yet many people live their entire life unable to get it. Why is that? Well, it's because there's just not enough money to go around for everyone. Because certain groups of people tend to collect and hoard all the wealth for themselves. That doesn't seem too out there. I think I would agree with that statement. To understand these greedy people, we have to go back 3,000 years ago to a little tribe of desert people who settled in what is now present-day Israel. No, that is not okay to say that. Kind of remembering why I may have not published this one. Okay, we're just gonna fast forward through whatever little comment I made there was. Let's just get to the other side of this. Just fast forward a little bit, and no, it's still going. Okay, fast forward a little more. So, I'm not exactly proud that I made those comments, but you need to remember that we all make mistakes sometimes. You know, whether you forgot someone's birthday, or made a video denying the Holocaust, or you left the faucet on all night, like, these mistakes happen, people. Let the past stay in the past, and let's get back into this video. You will always be limited in the amount of money you can make if you work for a boss. Unless, of course, that boss is you. To make a lot of money, you need to make your own invention, or start up your own company, or rent a Lamborghini and trick stupid people into thinking that you're more than just a motivational speaker. Okay, I stand by that joke. It's pretty mild, yet funny, so you know, that's fine. That's an okay joke there. Now, I can't tell you what exactly to create, but what I can do is share my own patent-pending ideas on how to make money, in the hopes that they will stir up your creativity and push you in the right direction. Now, this could go bad, but I'm hopeful that I won't make a complete ass out of myself here. $1 million idea number 1. A new culturally themed restaurant. I see these culturally themed restaurants all around me doing really well business-wise. Whether it's Indian or Vietnamese or Hawaiian or whatever, it doesn't matter. Trendy white people will line up around the block to show their friends how worldly and progressive they are by eating at these places. You see, I want to cash in on this trend too by making what I would assume to be the first and only ever Somali restaurant here in America. I know that if I make a comment about the country of Somalia, it's probably not going to be a nice comment, but considering that I've already made really offensive jokes about Somalia in another video, link in the description, I don't think I could really top myself with whatever I'm about to say. Like, those original Somalia jokes were brutal. So you know what? I'm just going to let it play through without stopping it or fast forwarding. In my new Somali-themed restaurant, I plan on making authenticity our biggest priority. That's why we will serve a wide range of traditional Somali foods, such as brown water and empty plate. All of our waitstaff will be HIV positive. Everything is going to smell like hot shit. And at the end of the dining experience, you will be kidnapped and held for ransom. So I was wrong to let that play out. Those were somehow worse than the original jokes I made, and I should really grow up. But at least what I assume has to be the worst part of the video is now over, and it should be a lot easier to watch from here. $1 million idea number 2, genetic testing. Now, while that doesn't sound promising, I'll give it a chance to be not offensive, maybe. Have you ever heard of 23andMe? It's a company that you send your genetic material to, and they give you a detailed analysis of your 23 pairs of chromosomes. You see, I like what they do, and I thought I would open up my own company with a similar service, but it's gonna be a lot cheaper and a lot faster. I call it 23.5andMe, and we will focus on... Okay, well, I'm gonna just skip a few seconds forward. If you understand where this joke is going, then good for you, you paid attention in biology class. And if you don't know what I was implying there, then also good, because it's just awful. Similar to 23andMe, 23.5andMe also requires its participants to send in genetic material through the mail. But unlike 23andMe, we only administer one test. That test being, is what you sent us in the mail actually something that could be classified as genetic material? Let me give you an example. So, if you sent us a cotton swab with your saliva on it, then good. You will receive a letter from us informing you that you have passed the test. On the other hand, if you send us a box with your favorite Power Ranger in it, then unfortunately, you have failed the test, and you will receive a letter from us informing you that you are a fucking retard. Really smart person is what I was gonna say. Let's just fast forward again. So those were my $1 million ideas. Let's move on to basic business advice. Okay, good, because that had to be the lowest point of the video. Like, I couldn't possibly get more offensive than I just was. Now let me just press play so I can disprove myself immediately. So when doing business with other people, first impressions are huge, and if you spot something odd about the other person, it's fair to trust your gut feeling about them. Like, you should never trust a hairstylist who is bald, or a tattoo artist who has bad tattoos, or a black president. Okay, we're done here. This is just getting progressively more offensive and harder to defend, so let's just wrap it up at this point. So, in conclusion, Age and I are not the same person. Age is a caricature of all my twisted thoughts, and I don't really even know why I have those thoughts to begin with. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. If I had to bet money on why I have these thoughts, it's probably because of the depression and the borderline personality disorder mixed in with years of burying my feelings and living in a mandatory state of denial because my fragile shin brain can't handle the existential crisis that is life. Knowing that one day I, as well as everyone I know, will die, and eventually the memory of me will fade away through time and inevitably disappear completely as our sun will one day collapse in on itself, killing all life in our solar system as we know it, erasing all traces of mankind, and demonstrating exactly why life is truly in itself the most twisted of all jokes. Billions of years of setup and beautiful creation met swiftly with unjust demise. Maybe this is why I find dark humor so funny. It is nothing more than a self-defense mechanism that my brain uses to protect me from the harsh realities of the world by surrounding myself in a less damaging joke version of it. I use dark humor as the vaccine for the actual pain that surrounds me, surrounds us all, and maybe, just maybe, that makes it okay. Or maybe I'm just a dick who likes making fun of people. I don't fucking know.
Come on! Alright guys, Earth. Let's take him down.
Here, 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 here. I am the Red Ranger. Here.